I'm Kristen Lineback. I'm a junior, and I love playing music and hanging out with my friends. My dad used to coach my softball team, and it was a lot of fun because it was just a rec league, and it was a really relaxing way to exercise over the summer. I like the basketball medals because I used to spend a lot of time playing basketball, and I definitely grew close to my club team and everyone on it. I like my soccer plaque because it reminds me of when I used to be on my soccer team, and we used to travel around to all sorts of different competitions all over Iowa. I like my piano trophies because for each one of them I worked really hard on different songs to memorize them and perfect them until I could perform them. I like my 8th grade all-state plaque for French horn because it was the first French horn competition I had ever done, and I did really well and actually got first pair in the state band that year. I like my all-state certificates because it reminds me of how hard I worked to get them. And Mr. Wellington is my penguin piñata that I made in 8th grade Spanish class, and I'm really proud of him because I took so much time to take the scissors and curl each one of his little pieces of paper fur, and he was the best piñata in my class. Miss Senora McAndrew said so. Mr. Pig is my lucky charm, and I love Mr. Pig because he's my lucky pig, and I always used to put him in my shoe for 8th grade track meets. And then I also used to put them in my shoe whenever I did competition for piano. I love my French horn necklace. I got it at the Silver Spider, and ever since I got it, I wear it to every band convention I have, so that people know that I am dedicated. I like my AP chemistry book. Well, actually I don't really like it, but I spend a lot of time with it because that class takes a lot of work. The composer heads, so each time I memorize and perform a piece by any composer like that lived a long time ago, then my piano teacher gives me their head so I can remember. So the 2 furry chicks, I guess my mom and I bought them for Easter a long time ago, and I didn't want to put them away because I thought they were so cute. Because I was like my keyboard I got for my 17th birthday because sometimes I only have time to practice piano after I finish all my homework. So my brother gave me these Weebles when I was in junior high. We got them for selling magazines, and he sold a lot, and so he gave me some. So my dad used to, 2 years my dad had to live in Arizona, and he only got to come home during the weekends, but so I would be really sad because I was really little, One time he brought me these stacking dolls because I'd always wanted them. They're just so cool. I got 30-time balloons at Target for a government project, and I blew a whole bunch of them up, except my friend just gave one to the lunch lady. I had to blow up even more, and then in the end I still had leftovers, and so I blew up some at home and left them in my room. So my family and I have been on 2 vacations to Europe. One of them was to England and one was to Spain. And so my dad and I got into this thing where every time we visited a landmark, we would buy a little scale model of it. And they actually, a lot of the different landmarks had them. So now I have eight of them, and plus one that a very special friend of mine got for me from New York. My favorite one of the scale models is one that I got from Spain. It was Alcazar, which is Spanish for castle, but it was really fun, except there were a lot of staircases and it took a long time to climb. I really like my Pocahontas snow globe because I love Pocahontas and I love the song Colors of the Wind, which it plays when it reminds me of one of my very special friends. Favorite snow globe is the Sleeping Beauty one because it has so many details. Like at the bottom it has forest and it has a big dragon. It's just so awesome. I like my Wizard of Oz snow globe because that's one of my favorite movies, and I love Wicked, and so every time I look at it, it just reminds me of all the different times I've seen Wicked and watched Wizard of Oz. I love my dog. She's a Chiweenie, and her name is Roxy. I started playing trumpet months ago. It's almost my second best friend. It's a lot of hard work, but I really like playing in a jazz band.